Timothy Bailey, you know nothing about NFL football. You're blinded by your Oklahoma fanboyism. Kyler Murray's straight trash. Look at the last 7 games of the season last year. He folded down the stretch because people kept him in the pocket, would let him outside the pocket. Choked in the playoffs with a stacked roster. Look at Baker Mayfield. The Browns can't give him away right now. Think about it. If Baker Mayfield was as good as you said he is, you know what? Teams would be lining up for him. You know what they want for a franchise quarterback for 1 year, $18 million? They'd trade the farm knowing that they could sign him to a long-term contract if he plays good next year. They would do anything for him, but no one wants him. Do you think if Deshaun Watson was in the same situation as Baker Mayfield was in Cleveland, you know how many teams would be lined up for him right now? At least 28 of them. They'd be begging for his services. He would be gone already. Conversely, nobody wants Baker Mayfield. There's a reason why, Timothy. 5'11", can't read defenses, can't see over the line of scrimmage, and shits the bed at the end of the game. You came out with a statistic. Well, he leads the league in passing percentage before he got injured. 5 quarters. That's your claim. Mayfield Puffer Boys give you sample sizes. 5 quarters. That's like Tom Brady going 31 out of 42 for fucking 1 game. That's your sample size. 5 quarters lead the league in percent. You're clueless, Timothy. And you're embarrassing yourself. In your little podcast, oh my God, I'd go on there right now and fucking school you in any football knowledge. But you know what? It's too small. Doesn't get enough views. The bottom line is you have Baker Mayfield, puffer boy syndrome. You're obsessed with a 5'11" dwarf quarterback that can't run, can't scramble, can't hit open receivers. Couldn't play with Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham goes to the Rams and looks like a superstar. Every former player, every analyst, everybody on TV says the same thing about him. He's not a starter at the NFL level. Capable backup, spot starter, that's it. The only 2 players he's better at in the NFL right now are Sam Darnold and Drew Lock. Other than that, he has no chance to start anywhere. The Browns will not cut him. They're going to hold on to him until a starter gets injured, training camp or whatever, and then they'll unload him. And yes, if he went to Pittsburgh, it'd be the easiest 2 wins ever. I went to Berea. I watched him in practice. He got picked off 9 times one day in a practice session. 2 hours, 9 times. So, Timothy, I understand when you had the likes of Jason White, Sam Bradford, all these garbage quarterbacks like Kyler Murray beforehand. But you got to accept the fact. Oklahoma quarterbacks are garbage. Sooners are a trash organization. Haven't been relevant since 99, 2000, last time they were relevant. Baker Mayfield is horrible. He's a petulant child that's a cancer. Everybody on the team hates him, except the offensive linemen, and they like all quarterbacks. You need to come with grips that your little petulant man-child is hated by everybody and is an embarrassment to any team that would take a chance on him. That's another reason no one wants him. It's not even necessarily his play on the field because it's bad, but the worst thing about him is the baggage he brings. The childlike thinks he's at Lake Travis High School still at a pep rally on a Friday before a fucking high school football game. He's a child. Nobody wants that in the locker room. The players don't like him. He had players walking around free Odell all year. So, Timothy, learn the game. Learn the position. But you know nothing about football. Because Baker Mayfield, he's a capable spot starter, backup in this league. He's Colt McCoy. He's a 2022 version of Colt McCoy. He'll go be a backup somewhere. Not happy, but he'll be a backup somewhere. That's it. Conversely, Deshaun Watson now, that's a superstar. If he was in the same situation as Mayfield right now, he would have been gone already. 27, 28 teams would want him. Conversely, nobody wants Baker Mayfield. They can't give him away. If Baker Mayfield was as good as you say he is, it'd be teams lined up. $18 million for a franchise quarterback, they'd be all over it. Nobody wants him. And the Browns, everybody knows the Browns ain't going to cut him. The Browns aren't just going to release him. They're waiting till someone gets injured. But if a team wanted him, they would go after him. That's a bargain for a franchise quarterback. Only problem is he's not a franchise quarterback. Backup. Capable backup, I'll say that. He can spot start you, win a few games. That's it. But I do know one thing. That same stretch where he led the league in completion percentage for 5 quarters, you know what he did at the end of the game? We were driving down the field to win the game. Guess what he did? Threw in the triple coverage and threw a game-ending interception. That's Baker Mayfield for you in a nutshell. Can't win the game. Unless it's against the Bengals. He can beat the Bengals. That's it. And that playoff victory, it helps to have a 35-7 halftime lead. Helps to go against Mike Tomlin, the worst coach in NFL history.
Yes, he is. 3-8 his last 11 playoff games. Blake Bortles, Tim Tebow, David Garrard, and Baker Mayfield beats him in the playoffs. That's how bad he is. Learn the game of football, Timothy, before you come at me. Anyway, I just schooled you here. So you and Ed Greenberg can sit there and dance with your little Baker Mayfield fanboyism. Oh, we love Baker. He's an Oklahoma quarterback. Oh, we love him sooner, sooner, sooner. It's funny, Jake Fromm, a true freshman, embarrassed Mayfield. He wilted down the stretch against Georgia. Remember that? Remember what Deshaun Watson did to him in the Orange Bowl a couple years ago? That's Baker Mayfield for you in a nutshell. Can't win the big game. But you love him, though, huh? You staunchly defend him, Timothy, huh? Don't you? Very proud of that fact, aren't you? I admire your courteousness. But your courteousness isn't going to get you nowhere in life, believe me. You worship a midget quarterback that can't read defenses post or pre-snap. That's hated throughout the league. Those game-ending interceptions from his rookie year against the Ravens at the end of the season. We were driving down the field to win the game, and he threw an interception at the end of the game to seal the deal for the Ravens. 2-14 in his last minute of the game. Can't win. Kevin Stefanski made a nice little game manager offense for him a couple years ago. Then what did he do? Shit the bed. Bye, Timothy. Bye, Timothy.